Found you. I'm reloading.
Enemy UAV overhead. Kill confirmed.
Frag out. Reloading.
Wow, your ankles just got shattered, my friend.
Kill confirmed.
I'm like lagging all over the place. Still embarrassed you, bro. Kind of sad. So it's been like a really long time since I've done a video like this, but I'm literally recording this the day before I'm going on vacation for a few weeks. So I was like, why not make a settings video or something like that just to, you know, give you guys an idea of what I play with, what sensitivity and, you know, all that stuff. So here's my KBM settings. I don't play on controller. I can't play controller to save my life. I play on 4.9 sensitivity. If you're looking for a good mouse sensitivity, like honestly, I wouldn't recommend copying anyone's sensitivity. You should start with the lowest sensitivity you can to make a full 360 on your mouse pad, if that makes sense, and then work your way up from there and try and find something that's comfortable. My lowest was 4.9 and I just stayed there because it was fine, honestly. And then ADS is relative. And then instant transition timing. I used to have gradual actually when I was playing Cold War, but I switched to instant and it became really easy to snipe because the sniper ADS is so long in that game and I just sort of kept it. And then this is, you can adjust this if you want to make the sensitivity of your ADS kind of almost the same as your sensitivity when you're hip firing, but I just kind of left it at default. Everything else is basically the same, I think. I don't have anything else changed. I wouldn't recommend messing with the sensitivity multiplier like here. It just makes it really difficult to switch between hip firing and ADSing. It's just an annoyance. You honestly shouldn't even look at that. Here's all of my movement settings. Honestly, everything's kind of self-explanatory except for automatic sprint. You should always have this set to automatic tactical sprint if you're more of an aggressive player like I am. If you have this set to disabled, it's going to be a really annoying time like spamming the sprint button. So here's all of my settings. You can pause the video if you want to see something special or anything like that. I don't think there's anything here. For weapons and equipment, everything is default as always, except for keybinds. You can look at these if you want. Honestly, for keybinds, you just pick what's comfortable. I think the only real things I've changed that most people don't do would be my sliding and my sprint. My sprint is set to control just because I played Minecraft for years and that's kind of what I always did, so I just never switched it. And then for sliding, I switched to alt, so you can just easily thumb between your spacebar and your alt key, and it's just way easier in my opinion to slide cancel that way. You don't have to like move your hand around or anything like that. All of these are kind of the same as well. So for graphics, if you have a single monitor, there's no reason you should change this from a regular full screen. Kind of just pick what you want. Borderless basically means that you can move your mouse off your monitor whenever you want. I don't know if it decreases FPS or anything like that, but honestly it doesn't really matter to me. Everything else in display is kind of default. I have 180 as my frame rate limit because that's what my monitor frame rate limit actually is. If you want to look up this monitor, you can. It's a 1440p IPS Ultragear monitor. It says 165 stock, but you can overclock it to 180. If I remember, I'll leave that in the description, but I probably will forget. So in quality, obviously your field of view, you have to have it on 120. And then you want affected ADS field of view. Basically, if you have this set to independent, your visible recoil is going to be a lot higher than if you have it on affected. But the downside to having it on affected, your FOV becomes really stretched out, so it becomes harder to see targets. So it really depends on what kind of monitor you play on, what quality. If you're on 1080p, I would honestly recommend keeping it on independent. But since I'm on 1440p, I have it on affected. For my details and textures, I mean, everything's kind of the same as always. These are nothing special. You can have these as whatever you want. I honestly leave this on high because I really need my graphics on high. It just looks so gross and ugly when you have it on normal or low. And then this too, I tried this on low, but it just was so noticeable. I would just keep this on normal, to be honest. It only takes away 3 frames. So it doesn't really matter. Here's everything else in quality if you want to look at it. Honestly, nothing here. For audio, I play on boost low. I know some people play on boost high, but for me, boost low is just a slight bit better for noticing footsteps. And boost high also makes gunshots and sounds like that super loud and annoying. So I would definitely recommend boost low unless you have something like a subwoofer connected to your system. I know some people probably want to know what I'm using, so I'm playing with a Pro Superlight with core pad skates, and then an Artisan 0 soft. So that's like the 4-inch version, I think. This Artisan mouse pad is just another level on, like, it's so good. The control and speed are just unbelievable. For a keyboard, I play on just some regular old custom keyboard. So yeah, that's kind of everything for my settings. I'll probably put some gameplay after this video or something like that. If you found this useful in any way, go down there, leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything I should change or any tips that you have. And, you know, this channel is very small, so subscribing would actually mean a lot for me. You know, I don't usually like to beg. It's kind of annoying when I hear other YouTubers do it, but, you know, just this one. Yeah, so that's basically it. See you later. Bye. What?
Yes.
Oh! What just happened?